This
one of the hottest. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Punch, counter punch. Swing and a miss with that jab. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. A perfect counter lands. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name? You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Well done with that counter shot. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Both men step back for just a moment. How about that time counter shot? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. On to the second round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on the end. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That left hook missed. And he scores, and Lopez is dazed. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
He threw a punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, on to the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They exchange punches. Catch and shoot. That big hook doesn't land. Beautiful counter punch. And he just missed with that left jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good counter punching. Nice counter. These two were made for each other. Not sure if I'd be taunting right now. The straight right just misses. Good counter punch. There's a counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here. And there's the bell to start round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Jab slightly off target. Those counter punches have to hurt. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter shot. That counter shot lands. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Not a lot of defense here at all. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a... There's the bell to start round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Nice counter shot. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
No rest for the weary. A perfect counter shot. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. like to see more jabs. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Nice counter punch right up the middle. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Let's start the 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch. The perfect counter lands. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. They exchange punches. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Whoop. And there's the bell for round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Counter punching. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Here's a counter shot. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
That's life.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Fimo in some real trouble here. Let's talk about Crawford in that lap. And they're back at it again here in round 8. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Nice counter. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. That counter punch caught him clean. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Nice counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Good counter punching. Good counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good punch. Good punch. Crawford in trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And that's it. A unanimous...